I want to talk about the most crucial hire to help you get to 8 to 9 to even 7 figures. And that is basically an operator. It's often the hire that's overlooked or the wrong person's in the role. So I want to talk about how to find that person, what they look like, what their character traits are, and how to know you've got a good one. Because I think that what I often see is that we've got people that have such great ideas. They're so good at painting the big picture and painting the vision for their company, but they've got a weak number 2 next to them. And so I want to make sure that that's not you. How do I know that I have a good operator? How do I know when I find a good operator? Well, the best way I can put it to you is that good operators are filters, not bottlenecks. So a filter is something where they will filter feedback to the team to you, and they will filter you and your message back to the team. Whereas a bottleneck will stop you from receiving information about the business and stop the team from communicating with you. And so I've had both on my team, and I can give you examples, which is a bad operator will often keep you in the dark. They won't tell you about the problems. They won't tell you about what's going wrong with the team. I've had people who basically haven't given me anything, including data or numbers. On the other side, you have a good operator who's a filter. They'll bring you only the highest priority, the decisions that they can't make without you, the things that they think are important for you to know, and all of the data criteria so that you can make strategic decisions about the business. So the 3 things that I would look for if you're trying to find that operator is, first off, loyalty. Here's the thing, that if you're gonna hand someone the keys to the castle, you need to know that they're a loyal person. I know the most loyal operators, they will stay with a visionary for 5, 7, 10 years, and the best ones usually do. They will stay with that person until that vision has been sought out. That's the first thing you want to look for. The second thing you want to look for is you want to look for someone who's not just good at processes, but you want to look for someone who's good at processes and is influential. People often think, oh, I need an operator, I need someone who's really good at process. But what then they miss is that they need a leader, because that's actually what people need. Because you can pay a project manager, you can pay an admin, you can pay a lot of people to put processes in place, but to get someone who's a leader and can lead the entire company towards the vision is an absolute different level, and that's typically what's needed. And the third thing that you need is you need someone who is coachable. What's gonna get you from 0 to 1 million, from 1 to 3 million, from 3 to 10 million, and from 10 to 15 million, it's all gonna be different stuff. And that person is gonna have to mold themselves and have different behaviors, different habits, and different actions at every step of the way. And so you need someone who's almost like a chameleon. They understand that they have to be a complete doer at one stage, then they have to be a complete delegator at one stage, and then they have to be an influential leader at another. And they have to be okay going through all those stages and even like it. How do I know that I need an operator? Typically, when I see somebody who needs an operator, who it would be preferential for you to reach your business goals to have one, are people who are vision-oriented, fast-moving, typically a little rough around the edges, probably a little abrasive, but they have a really big, compelling vision, and they can get things from 0 to 1 like that. And what I see is that typically what's missing is the person who utterly believes in that person's vision and just wants to make it come to life. And that's what that person will usually do for you. Is the person that is in this seat that needs an operator, they're usually struggling because they're trying to scale their business, and what they don't see is that people are scared of them, they're intimidated. The best talent won't work for them because sometimes they're too abrasive and they're hard to work for, they don't manage well. And even though they're very smart and very compelling and have a huge vision, it's just that that talent eventually is like, I want somebody who considers my own goals, is considerate of me, has empathy, etc. And that person usually doesn't, because they're hard driving, they're going towards their goal, and they don't care who's gonna get in the way, they're gonna move them to the side. And so what you want is you want someone who complements that. They're more empathetic, they can integrate, they can follow through. They can take your 0 to 1 and they can go 1 to 10. And so you could call this a first follower, you could call it an operator. I think that it needs to be a combination of the two. It needs to be somebody who utterly believes in you and they're loyal to you and to your mission. And oftentimes people don't take the time to hire that person. Instead, they go about hiring all the other people who could actually report to that person. But if you just take the time to find that one person, they will find everybody else for the team and they will build the company on your behalf under your vision.